What's going on, guys? It's another Tuesday night takedown of round 4 here we have going on. We have two local players joining us, Chris and Kurt. Chris, you saw earlier, playing the Dark Box deck, having some dead hands, hopefully going to redeem himself. Kurt is going to hopefully redeem himself here. Chris is going to be playing a Turbo Zacian deck as well. Very popular here today with the players, but I mean, it's proven results so far. Chris will be the one here going first, choosing to go first. Completely not intimidated at all by the fact that he cannot play a supporter. We see Kurt getting his starter now, getting his prizes down. And we got the fist bump, and we are ready to go. Here we see a Tapu Koko promo with that flying flip attack starting off here for Chris. More than likely just being used to soften up his Zacian targets. Not a bad play at all, in my opinion. That we saw earlier, cards such as counter energy being played, which would be great for that Tapu Koko. But we see Chris going with a max elixir here and whiffing, unfortunately. So Chris here throwing down that Day-Den AGX and Day-Day changing into a new hand of 6. So you see him attaching that choice band right here. Choice band's going to do really well here against Turbo Dark, trying to focus mostly on the Greninja Zoroark as well as the Darkrai EXs and GXs. However, Brave Blade itself is already taking one-shots there. So Chris here using Ultra Ball, getting his first real deck search here. See him what he wants to grab. What seems to be a very similar list to what we saw earlier on here being played. And what's funny is that I don't think there was any collusion between the Zach and Chris on what they were playing, so it's nice to see a theory mongering here. Almost the best way to play the Zacian and Expanded. So he's going to go ahead and set up for 4 cards. So we got that metal saucer right there. Going to get an extra attachment. Kind of makes up for the whiffed max elixir. It's crazy when you see all these tools that they have available to get a Zacian powered up turn 1. It's insane to think about right now that if that Zacian was able to swing first turn, this game would already be over. So we're definitely hoping that Kurt will have a explosive turn, just like Chris is having right now. Gonna bench that Delmize here, get a little bit more additional damage. Debating right now if he wants to put down the stadium, but he's going to go ahead and forego that. Doesn't want to give Kurt any extra tools, make him work for it on his own. Definitely agree with that. So see Kurt here getting a battle compressor. Gonna start discarding his Darkrai GXs. Some energy, get some extra energy attachments. Definitely not ideal swinging into that Tapu Koko first turn. However, really doesn't have much of a choice, because with the free retreat, it's not like he has to force Chris into any kind of switching option at all. So you might as well take the prize. Unless Kurt can come up with some crazy dead-end GX play off of a Guzma here and Hypnotoxic Laser. But after some of the first turns we've been seeing here tonight, I'm not putting it outside the realm of possibility. So we see a quick ball here by Kurt. I'm going to go ahead and grab Darkrai EX. It's going to go ahead and bench lock now with that roadblock Sudowoodo. Double Darkrai GX coming down. Kurt definitely having a much better opening turn here. So we see a Professor's Research. Definitely wouldn't mind finding a Skyfield now. But I think Kurt's main goal right now is just going to be knocking out this Tapu Koko with a card other than the Greninja Zord. So we see the Dark Patch. It's definitely a step in the right direction. It's already manually attached, so we have to be looking for a Max Elixir. Whiffs. That definitely feels bad. A deck that plays so much energy on top of that. Let's see what other options Kurt has going on in his hand. Let's see his setup there. Set up for 2 cards. Not sure what else was in his hand. We could have played it down if there was anything smart really to play down. Right, so we see going with a dowsing machine here. So I'm going to use the Dark Patch. Go ahead and off of the dowsing machine, and it's definitely the best option. It just always feels bad knowing that you're taking one prize. Free retreat. They had a little confusion there on why he was able to retreat for free without anything being played. So eager to see now. It's got the one bench spot open with that Sudowoodo, limiting what he has right now. Looks like he's definitely eyeing down the Guzma. It's gonna go for that big knockout. You know, no matter what, Chris was gonna be taking it. So you see taking 3 prizes there. However, I don't know how much I agree with that right now, because if Kurt just gets a Hypnotoxic Laser, that is a dead Zacian. Let's see what Kurt's play is here. Still has a lot of energy on field, at least. So even powering up another Greninja Zord isn't impossible. Once we attach to the bench Darkrai GX there. We'll go ahead and Guzma up a Shaman. I see Kurt shaking his head here. I think he might have a little bit of a misplay, a little order of operations issue. Let's see what happens here. Kurt just kind of laughing it off right now. Not sure what he wants to do here, or if he's comfortable giving up possibly 2 energy if Chris is able to get that Shaman out of the active. So he's going to throw up the other Shaman and just pass his turn. Definitely does not feel good. So looking at what Chris has right now, though, it doesn't really have everything that he'd want to capitalize on this. However, still feels like he's in a favorable spot. Double checking the discard pile here, seeing what the resources he's already burnt through.
Yeah, this is vengeance for 3 prize cards. I don't think I could get that against the hay. We'll take that 3.
Debating on what he wants to discard here with his quick ball. Eager to see what does Chris go for here. Almost feel like his own roadblock would be really useful, because outside of Dead End GX, Kurt doesn't really have anything to respond to a Zacian. We see him grabbing that Primate Wisdom or Rangaroo. So it looks like he's not entirely happy with his hand. Just kind of hoping maybe for energy, something to get this Shaman out of the active. And oh my god, he's just not punished. So as good as it is now with Chris going down to 1 prize, though, you still have to be very fearful now. And to 1 Hypnotoxic Laser, there's nothing that Chris has as a backup attacker to respond if Kurt is able to pull off this knockout. We see the quick ball being played here. Kurt's going to be doing a lot of digging this turn. He's got the Skyfield down. He knows right. This is clutch time right now. It's way too easy for that Zacian to just take a single prize, especially being undamaged right now. Swinging into it for 130 just is not going to get the job done, and Kurt's well aware of that. So there we see him benching another Greninja Zoroark. We see the day change. Let's see what his next sequencing here is. We see the manual attachment to the Ninja Zoroark. I'll go ahead and play that Max Elixir. So the nice thing is right now is with that Max Elixir hitting, he now has a usable Greninja Zoroark with 7 energy on the field. So Greninja Zoroark's going to be swinging for 240 damage. So whether he gets the Dead End GX now or not, it's probably more favorable not to, because at least he wants to wall the active. However, without any kind of 3 prize option right now, it's just not ideal, because Chris really isn't on too much of a timer right now. They're counting up the energy here, and they'll see that it is the 240. So there with the knockout. Kurt going down to 3 prizes. Right, I'm going to go ahead and talk that rescue stretcher. So he's definitely now, Chris is definitely now at the mercy of Kurt's board state. Guzma, if he can't swing right now, is really going to be hurting him. And he needs the one-shot, this Greninja Zoroark. That Greninja Zoroark is probably going to one-shot anything that Chris is going to throw in front of it. Also just not helping with that board state right now. He only has that 1 bench spot open right now. So, and there is the Kartana GX. It looks like they're both playing it. Easy day. You better flip that counter for the dub. Congratulations. All right, well, that was the fourth and final round of this edition of Tuesday Night Takedown. This is end of one for game. Hey, if you like the content we're putting out, think we can do it better, let us know in the comments. Like this video if you enjoyed it. Share it with your friends. Hopefully we can give you guys some good information on how to improve your decks or just give you enjoyable content. And don't forget to subscribe for upcoming content. It's the end of one for game. Aria Dose. Goodbye.